and it's been fun to watch.
All right, let's check out San Antonio's starting lineup. Castle at the 2 with Vassell at the 3. Then there's Wembanyama and at Champagnie at power forward. And for the Grizzlies, G.G. Jackson is out there with Jalen Wells. Then there's Ja Morant, and it's Prosper in at the center position. And for both of these teams, this is their 4th and final game of group play.
Yeah, and both have done what they needed to do in order to remain in contention for the NBA Cup. But only one side can emerge victorious tonight.
And it's going to be the Spurs off the tip. Pass to Hernandez. No good. Good D by Wells. And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. 4-3. Drills it from deep.
Wow. When Morant is hitting the 3, he becomes basically unguardable.
Here's Hernandez. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Wells misses. Here's Hernandez, hounded by Morant. Offensive rebound. Hernandez is good. Hernandez got 5 now.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Stan, he's one of the most exciting players in the league right now. What makes Ja Morant so special?
Well, look, V.A., his explosiveness. Sometimes he makes you nervous with how much he throws his body around. But what I love about Ja is that it shows he has no off switch. He plays with intensity.
First free throw is good. Just an electrifying style on the court for Ja Morant. And Grant, he's not shy when it comes to confrontation.
Oh, yeah. No, he's not ducking any smoke. But part of his maturation is choosing his battles, including trying to preserve his body from those fearless forays to the rim. It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Here's Hernandez. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Inside, here's Prosper. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Pass to Morant. Three-pointer. Rebound by San Antonio. They're getting their first look of the season at the Grizzlies in this one.
Talent-wise, they've got the upper hand. I mean, they won every matchup between these teams last year.
Here's Coward. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. Got it.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies. Well, no surprise, we started chatting about Victor Wembanyama, and I asked what the plan was.
And Coach must have had a really good look at this one. He called a coach's challenge for the out-of-bounds violation.
This call is all about viewing perspective. A lot of times a coach may have a better view of this call than the official. It's really just a matter.
The previous play is under review.
And see what looks like an obvious mistake on this call. You almost have to challenge. No matter when it comes in the game, you don't want to surrender any possessions.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And the ruling has been made. They're going to uphold the original call on the out-of-bounds violation.
And as a coach, it stings to lose a timeout on a failed challenge, but it's a risk worth taking to make absolutely sure that you're not going to lose a possession on a blown call.
Harper, he's checked in for San Antonio. Players have been gobbling up the most rebounds. Fourth, Victor Wembanyama.
Over these last 10 games, this guy has owned the boards, playing so well as of late.
Well, the word dynamic really only scratches the surface with Ja Morant. The way he moves, his speed, it's all just on another level.
Castle outside. Pass to Hernandez. Shoots over Morant. And no good, trying to use the glass.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Here's the three. Sinks the tray. Morant's got 10 points.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
To halt the run. Memphis with a rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Prosper. Morant against Castle. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And again, it's Memphis with a three.
Wow. Some strong perimeter shooting here in the first quarter.
Here's Hernandez. His last outing, he had 24 points. Over Morant. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
Down low. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. And that's 12 points for Ja Morant.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
And here's the timeout from Mitch Johnson now. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Aldama comes in for Jackson, and Jerome subbed in for Wells. Cornette's checked in for San Antonio. Bryant comes in for Champagny. Spurs trail by 11. Here's Hernandez. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. 10 points for him.
And he's single-handedly trying to keep them alive. Terrific scoring quarter. Will it be enough, though?
Pass to Jerome. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
San Antonio's gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Here's Harper, pounded by Morant. Here's Hernandez, and the layup is good. Hernandez got 12.
Reliable approach, getting the ball in the paint and going to work.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Jerome sends it home from three-point land.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Spurs trail by 12. Here's Harper. No points yet. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3 seconds. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Jackson, he's checked in for Hendricks. Wells comes in for Branham. Pass to Wells. And here's Jerome. Fires from deep. And Bryant pulls it down.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Santi Aldama out there with Jackson. Then there's Jalen Wells. Then there's Ja Morant. And it's Jerome in at the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, the chosen one in their last game against the Magic played really well. He dropped 24 points, and he was able to provide some stout defense on that end of the court, too. It was another great showing and what's proven to be a breakout season for him. We'll see how he follows it up.
Yeah, spot on, Allie. Well, no question, he made his presence felt in that one.
And I think he'll try and repeat that performance tonight.
Yeah, watching the film of that game, they ran some nice sets for him. I'd expect more of the same tonight.
The first third of an NBA season, Grant, it sort of sets the foundation for the year's power structure.
Oh, that's so true, B.A. We start to see which teams are elite, who's running the show, and we find out who needs to think about making some changes. What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Here's Hernandez. Vassell with it, and Wells picks him up defensively. And the shot goes in. Vassell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively, and their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result.
Aldama outside. Back to Jerome for three. San Antonio with a rebound. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing their last matchup with Orlando.
In this league, you have to stay active at both ends of the floor. I thought their lackluster defense was the difference in the game.
Yeah, poor communication at the defensive end. Many of the rotations were late.
Just 4 to shoot, and it's Hernandez missing. Grizzlies lead by 14. Pass to Jackson. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Well, the coaching staff game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
Looking at who's out there now for San Antonio. Victor Wembanyama's checked in for Cornette, and it's Champagnie in for Bryant. And as we near the end of the group stage, let's see where we stand in the NBA Cup tournament.
Well, this is an interesting format. Since each team plays so few games towards the NBA Cup, they get weeded out in a hurry.
Here's Coward. He's guarded by Castle. Pass to Jackson. From deep, Morant. And again, Memphis no good.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
Oh, man.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. San Antonio shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. And he makes the first. And he makes both free throws.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free.
Early for that second foul.
There's 50. Here's Coward. Still no points. That one's good for 2.
A high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And that one drops for him. And so it's the Grizzlies taking care of business in this one. And for the NBA Cup tournament, they finished group play with a 3-1 record.
Yeah, they put some extra effort into these NBA Cup games, if you ask me. Now, proving they came to play this year.
And that about wraps it up. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports.